With Destiny 2's Act 3 of episode Heresy, it is definitely time and due for a top 10 most popular weapons being used in this current act. As always, these most popular guns are being used usually because they are the meta of the current state of the game, and arguably the best guns to be using to, finish any activity that the game throws at you. So for some reason, if you aren't using these weapons, or you're looking for a quick guide on what weapons to use, this is the perfect video for you. As always, each 10 of these weapons I'll be going over the gold roll and the most used weapon perk combo for each weapon, so stay tuned to the end. Starting the list off here at number 10, we have the Indebted Kindness. Now this weapon has obviously been in the top 10 most popular weapons since it came out back in Season 23. It's a rocket sidearm, they're the best current weapons in the entire game, so there's no reason why this obviously isn't in the top 10. The perfect gold roll for the Indebted Kindness is beacon rounds and vault shot, making it just an absolute monster of an arc rocket sidearm. This weapon drops from the Warlords of Ruin dungeon from, a couple of encounters in that dungeon. So for some reason, if you still don't have this gun, which I'm sure you do, definitely put it on for any encounter that, needs some arc damage. Moving on to weapon number 9 here, we have the Pro Memoria. Now this weapon came back out when the Pale Heart was introduced, and you can get it from, decoding engrams in the Pale Heart, or pretty much doing any activities in the Pale Heart. It is definitely one of the easiest weapons on this list to get, so if you still don't have this machine gun, definitely go ahead and grab it. Now the optimized gold roll for this weapon is Reconstruction and Bait and Switch, making this just an absolute monster of a machine gun. Reconstruction is going to double that magazine and reload it for you automatically, while Bait and Switch is just going to give you a flat 30% damage boost, making it just an overall monster of a machine gun. Moving on to weapon number 8, we have a brand new weapon called the Lotus-eater. Now this is our first Void Rocket Assisted Sidearm, and this sidearm can roll with some pretty good perks, making it a very useful weapon to have in your arsenal. The agreed on gold roll would be Repulsor Brace and Destabilizing Rounds, just making this thing an absolute monster at deleting any ads in any activity in the game. Unfortunately, as you can see, I don't have this gun yet. I've been a bit slack with Destiny 2 recently, and I haven't farmed out one of these weapons yet, so unfortunately I don't have any gameplay of it, but I'm going to put the Word of Crota up as, similar footage, as this weapon also has Repulsor Brace and Destabilizing Rounds, giving it a similar effect. All in all, whenever the Lotus-eater comes back to, being an adept weapon from Nightfalls, I definitely recommend you get in there and grind one of these weapons out, as I will be, as it is definitely one of the best guns in the game right now. Jumping over into weapon number 7, we have the Aberrant Action, just another rocket-assisted sidearm on the top 10 list. It's a no-brainer. All of these weapons are going to be in here in the top 10 because they are all super useful, whatever you need, if it's solar, arc, void, stasis, they're all extremely useful, and you should all definitely have a gold roll of each one. As for the Aberrant Action, this one is the solar version, and the gold roll for this one is Heal Clip and Incandescent, making it a very solid gun to use for, especially Warlocks. You can pair in, heal grenades, heal clip, it works extremely well together. This one comes from the episode Echoes, so if you still don't have one, definitely go back and try and farm one out. Moving on to weapon number 6, we have the Psychopomp, which obviously came out with this episode. And the gold roll for this weapon is Ambitious Assassin and Rolling Storm. With this weapon being so popular on this list, I guarantee most people watching this video probably already have this gun, whether it's the gold roll or something very similar. Ambitious Assassin is just amazing. It's going to refill that magazine for you, double the magazine once you get some kills, and then Rolling Storm is going to, add basically just additional damage with the bolt charges after killing each enemy. With this also being one of the few area denial type grenade launchers in the game, it makes it extremely useful, and it has a pretty solid gold roll, so definitely go back and grab one if you haven't got it already. Moving on here into weapon number 5, we have another aerial denial frame, and that is the VS Velocity Baton, which is an extremely solid grenade launcher here to use. This one comes from the Vespers Host dungeon, so if you haven't got one, it's definitely worth getting in there and grinding it out, even if the dungeon is a little bit challenging for some players. The agreed gold roll is Demolitionist and Attrition Orbs, and this one is basically used as an orb printer, not so much for dealing damage. With an area denial frame and Attrition Orbs, this thing just prints out orbs for you and your teammates, and it makes it very useful in basically any encounter in the game for making orbs of light. Demolitionist, on the other hand, just helps this gun, put out more damage by giving you grenade energy back after, damaging enemies and killing them. This weapon overall is very solid, and I definitely recommend getting it and farming out the gold roll. Moving on here into weapon number 4, yet another aerial denial frame grenade launcher. These type of grenade launchers are extremely useful in any activity, and there's a reason that all 3 of these are in the top 5 weapons in the game. The number 4, we have the Lost Signal. This one's been out for a pretty long time now. Everyone should have one of these. The gold roll is auto-loading holster and Vorpal weapon. This one is definitely going to be your go-to damage dealer against bosses because it can roll with that auto-loading holster and a Vorpal weapon, allowing it to automatically reload and obviously deal more bonus damage to bosses. This weapon is extremely good. I've been using this for months now. Everyone should have one. If you don't, definitely go and grab one. This one also has come from the Echoes activities, so anything from that episode during Echoes, just go ahead and do it, and there's a good chance you should get one crafted pretty quickly. Moving on here into the top 3 most popular weapons being used right now in Destiny 2. In at number 3, we have the Watchful Eye, which is a arc powerful machine gun. This is definitely a new weapon. This has come out this episode, and the agreed gold roll is Overflow and Jolting Feedback, making it an extremely solid weapon to be using with any arc subclasses, and obviously with arc being a popular class to be using this time around, this weapon works extremely well. Overflow, just picking up ammo is going to build up that magazine, make it bigger than what it is, and Jolting Feedback, just makes an amazing damage dealer just applying jolt as you are shooting that machine gun. It's very solid for cleaning up ads, and it's definitely up there with some of the best machine guns in the entire game. So if you still haven't got a gold roll Watchful Eye, definitely get in there and do some activities to do with Heresy and get this one gold roll farmed ASAP. Moving on here into weapon number 2, obviously we have the Call. I'm sure you're all waiting for it. This weapon is by far my favorite and probably arguably the best rocket assisted sidearm out of all of them. The Call is just amazing. With a gold roll like Lead from Gold and One for All, Lead from Gold Vorpal, there's so many different combinations you can use. You got Slice, Hatchling, Lead from Gold, Desperate Measures, Demolitionist, Beacon Rounds. This weapon just has all the gold rolls that you could imagine. It's a very solid rocket assisted sidearm. I'm sure everyone already has it by now. If you don't, I don't know what you're doing. Get into the Pale Heart and farm it out and start using it. It's a very solid gun. I don't need to say too much more about the Call here. And finally, moving on here into the most popular weapon being used right now in Destiny 2's Act 3 of Heresy, we have the Tinasha's Mastery. Again, another rocket-assisted sidearm. It's funny that every single rocket-assisted sidearm here on the list is in the top 10 most popular weapons being used right now in Destiny 2, and that truly says something. These weapons are just amazing, and you need to be using them and farming out the gold rolls. As for the Tinasha's Mastery, the agreed gold roll is Air Trigger and Chill Clip. Air Trigger, we pretty much just run this for the increased ammo reserves. As we all know, rocket-assisted sidearms do struggle a little bit with ammo, so Air Trigger really helps that one out there. And Chill Clip is just amazing on a rocket-assisted sidearm. A couple shots, it's going to stun all your champions, it's going to stun overloads, it's going to freeze unstoppables, it's going to do very solid damage. It's just overall a very solid rocket-assisted sidearm. The only downside to it is that you have to farm it from Iron Banner, which in itself is a little bit depressing. No one enjoys Iron Banner anymore. We get in there, we get what we want, and we get out. But trust me, if you can rough it out for a little bit just to try and get one of these guns, it's definitely going to be worth it. But anyway, guys, that will wrap up there the top 10 most popular weapons being used right now in Destiny 2's Act 3 of Heresy. So, like I said earlier in the video, if you aren't using any of these weapons or you don't have any of them, make sure you get in there and farm these weapons out and start using them, as they are arguably the best guns in the game right now to be using. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Later.